Now it's about trying to save unborn babies and pregnant women. It's about, they now are actually starting a trial to give these shots to 6-month-olds. This is child sacrifice. This is the resurgence of child sacrifice from the days of the Babylonian mystery schools, as it said in Genesis 6. And what Jesus himself said, that in those final days, it will be like as in the days of Noah. And what were they doing? Child sacrifice. And what else were they doing? They were giving and giving in marriage and not paying a bit of attention to things, and their thoughts were totally on evil. This is evil. Next slide, please. So this is the latest thing that I read about how this is damaging your God-given DNA. The spike protein does go into the DNA and the chromosomes, as I've been talking about for the last year and a half. It goes in and it causes a breakdown of your DNA, and then it stops your God-given repair mechanisms from coming in and doing the repair job. It's as though you were standing in your kitchen and your kitchen was on fire, and the fireman was standing at the door, knocking at the door saying, "We're here to put out the fire." And you say, "No, thank you, go away." So now that you get these shots, you get your spike protein, your trillion spike proteins that go into your DNA and start to degrade your DNA, leading to cancer. Your God-given repair mechanisms are prohibited from going in and repairing the damage. So, increasing of breast cancer, colon cancer, all kinds of blood cancers in all age groups now, including children. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. So these are the 40 mechanisms of injury. If you really want to get the details of it, I've written 2 ebooks on this, but you can divide it into 4 categories. So the first category is acute reactions: anaphylaxis, cardiac events, heart attacks, strokes, pulmonary embolism. Group 1 is that you get a shot and you die immediately or within a couple of days. So if you've got friends and family members that say, "Well, I got the shot and I'm fine," well, they didn't happen to fall into category 1. They didn't die right away. They've got 10 years to look over their shoulders to see whether or not they're going to get sick or die. Category 2 is what happens with the spike protein, blood clots, all kinds of long list of cardiovascular injuries, lung damage, neurological problems, and now this whole thing that's going to be massively pushing forward cancer. The group 3 is what happens with the antibody. The antibody is made to the spike protein. The antibody can attack up to 28 different tissue types, leading to autoimmune disease over the next 3 to 10 years. And one of the researchers that I talked to said, "Yeah, we're in deep trouble, Sherry. Over the next 10 years, we're going to see autoimmune disease unlike anything that's ever happened in humanity." Category 4 is a whole bunch of things of how it suppresses and stops your immune system from working. Next slide, please. And those are the 2 books. If you want real more specific about it, you can go to drtenpenny.com under the store, and there's the 20 mechanisms of injury and 20 more mechanisms of injury that you can get for yourself. Next slide, please. So I'm going to really